So Warren, off to Queensland today. Just talk us through preparations over the last couple of weeks for the FFA Cup fixture against Peninsula Power.
Yeah, obviously it's a little bit strange for me, this one, because it's coming in the middle of a pre-season. You're still getting a feel on all the players and working them and putting through a lot of fitness drills. And then you've got a competitive game quite early, to look at. So we've tried to get as much as we can out of the pre-season so far.
Excellent. And a couple of friendly games here locally in Melbourne. Just talk us through how those particular games have allowed the boys to get some minutes in the legs and play in certain formations over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've tried one or two things, and obviously the second game particularly, we sent them into the game tired. A little bit frustrating for me losing a couple of the players when you're just getting to know them, and 3 lads go away, with the international side. But obviously great honour for them and good for the club and good for them to play for the country. But slightly frustrating when you're trying to get a feel for players and seeing what they can and can't do.
And on those 3 players, Daniel, Ruan and Bruce, just talk us through their likelihood of, are they going to have any part or potentially travel with the squad on Monday?
Well, they're obviously travelling with us. We'll look at that and assess that tomorrow, really.
Excellent. And Tim Cahill also came in late, like those boys. Any chance for him to play a part in the game?
Not really. Tim's, whilst he's come in late, has had a period of time. Obviously everyone needs a holiday, and he was working extensively during the period, and obviously up until the games with the national team, so he's had a break and come back. But the other boys, even though they've been away, they've been playing football, and they had a pre-season before they went, of such that they were doing a couple of weeks at least of some conditioning work, so they're in a little bit further down the line than Tim is.
We caught up with you a little while back when we drew Peninsula Power initially. We talked to you about what they might be like and doing a bit of research on them over the last couple of weeks. James and the team, from an analysis perspective, they sort of found some strengths and weaknesses that you can look to when you play Peninsula? Yeah,
obviously you look to do that with every team you play against, and these are no different, but we are still assessing ourselves and finding out as much as, finding out as much as I can about the players, day in, day out, really. So that's a big concern for me, finding out about our own players.
And just finally, obviously going in as the cup holders, we'd probably be expected to win a game like this, but these are always very tricky fixtures. The first competitive fixture for you and also for the players, and also a bit of expectation, I guess, as a bigger club to win. How do you approach a game like that in that kind of complex scenario where you're expected to win, but at the same time you expect it to be a very challenging fixture?
I think the demands of this football club, you're looking to win every game, so I don't see it being any different than any other game. That we look to set out and prepare and know that we've got an idea of our jobs with and without the ball, and try to play an exciting brand of football and are competitive and stop the opposition. So the game's no different, no less, no more than if you were playing the grand final. We've got to approach every game exactly the same as far as I'm concerned this season.
It will be your competitive fixture, your first competitive fixture in Australia. You've obviously managed the team for 2 friendly games, but first competitive fixture in the Cup. How does that make you feel? Is it a special moment for you?
I don't think there's any word as a friendly, really. Every game that you're playing is a competitive game. So, as far as you're concerned, the first competitive game's already gone, because every game, you've got to approach exactly the same, whether it is a supposedly friendly or the grand final. You want to do the same things. So it's no difference to me.